finally, your boy has come back with another YouTube video. What up? It's your boy D, back at you with another video. Forever gang in this bitch back. What's going on, guys? So, today, we are going to go over the top 5 The Rock matches of all time. As you know, The Rock has came back on Raw Day 1, and we're looking at he probably is going to be in the main event of WrestleMania 40 against Roman Reigns, or against Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. We don't know what's gonna happen. I'm low-key speculating, but we gonna see, you feel me? Like, you know, anything can happen in these streets. So I thought, why not? Let's go over the top 5 Rock matches of all time, in my opinion. Let me know your list down low. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I duck no smoke. And without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so number 5, we have The Rock versus John Cena, once in a lifetime at WrestleMania 28. So basically, this is probably the Rock Hogan match of the 2010s decades. The Rock was gone for 7 years when he came back, and he literally only came back for this reason, to fight John Cena, who is one of the greatest of all time, and he literally carried the entire 2000s to 2010s all by his damn self. He was a top star, the biggest star. He carried it. This was his company, and The Rock came back to fight John Cena at WrestleMania 28, and it was supposed to be the biggest matchup of all time. That was what it was advertised as, and I can be the first person to tell you that this is one of the greatest builds to a WrestleMania, because it literally was a year in advance. They literally built this for an entire year, doing things nobody's ever done, because they didn't have the technology to do this in the 80s, but they used social media to ignite the feud, to keep the feud going, to keep the feud alive, while The Rock made very few appearances, and then he appeared at Survivor Series in Madison Square Garden, had a tag team match with John Cena, showed that The Rock still has it, and showed that The Rock can still do phenomenal things in the ring. Now, we fast forward to WrestleMania 28, and that hype was insane. The package they had for before the match was great. They had special entrances with John Cena having MGK and The Rock having Flow Rider. I don't know how special you want to call them boys now, because no. But anyway, like, the match was great. It was hard hitting. It wasn't something you would think it would be, and like, oh, you barn burner. You wouldn't see a crazy technical wrestling match from those two, but they had a really good match, and the anticipation, the excitement was there throughout the match, which led to the final. John Cena putting The Rock down, and John Cena doing that nasty ass trying to do the people's elbow to beat him with his own move. The Rock kicks up, rock bottom, 1, 2, 3. Rock bottoms John Cena for the win in his hometown of Miami, Florida. It's one of the epic moments, and for the epic build-up, I think it's one of the biggest matchups The Rock's ever done in his career. So I wanted to give it its proper respect and just due. Number 4, we have The Rock versus Mankind I Quit match, Royal Rumble 1999. Now, this is the most brutal match The Rock's ever been in, and The Rock really didn't take that much pain. Mankind took a lot of pain. The Rock beat the shit out of Mankind this entire match. If you look at those chair shots The Rock was giving Mick Foley, he was baseball swinging them bitch. He hit him like 14 times with that chair over the top of the head while Mick Foley was handcuffed. He like punched him and he like knocked him, and Mick Foley flew off this fucking thing and landed into like the speaker, and the pyrotechnics went off. He beat dog shit out of Mick Foley. This match was so barbaric and so brutal. If you've ever seen Behind the Mat, you would know that his kids were watching, and his kids were terrified, and the wife was terrified. She had to run backstage to make sure he was okay. Mick Foley is a legend in himself. He is the hardcore legend. He is a god. What he has sacrificed for our entertainment is so ridiculous. Some of the stories you would never believe. So shout out to Mick Foley. You are a Hall of Famer and a legend, bona fide. Next, I want to say about this match, the way it ended was also brilliant booking. How to make Mick Foley look strong, as you pretty much built him kind of in like a Rocky scenario throughout the entire match. And to have The Rock win by them playing a recording over the speaker of Mick Foley saying, "I quit," when he never quit, I thought it was genius. Also, and it also kept the heat on The Rock, as The Rock was being fucking hilarious, whipping his ass and talking, giving a whole promo on the mic. You got to give that credit. You got to give The Rock credit in all respect. Like, that match was hot fire. It was way better than the Royal Rumble match that Vince McMahon ended up winning anyway. So, you got to give this. This is one of my favorite I Quit matches for all day long. Great match. Now, next match is my personal. We're talking bell to bell. This is my personal favorite Rock Triple H match. Don't judge me. Rock Triple H Backlash 2000. This match to me over-delivered, because this match was the match that was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 2000. The Fatal 4 had no business being a Fatal 4. We didn't need none of that. We didn't need Triple H, The Rock, Mick Foley, and Big Show in this match at all. We didn't need 4 McMahons in every corner, because The Rock and Triple H had built this long feud not to cultivate it and not to end it at WrestleMania with the payoff. I thought it was kind of stupid and kind of ridiculous. But I digress, because they over-delivered at Backlash. This match was so fire. You had Shane McMahon as your special guest referee, who was obviously there to screw The Rock. And then you had, and Triple H was like, "You're going to have a McMahon in your corner." I mean, The Rock, excuse me. The Rock was like, "You're going to have a McMahon in your corner, and I'm going to have Stone Cold Steve Austin in my corner," who we haven't seen in a very long time, because he was believed he was dealing like a neck injury or a knee injury. One of his really fucked up, sadly, injuries. And that match was fucking epic. When The Rock was about to put Triple H through a table, and then he got up and he next he kicked Shane, and he joined Shane, and he gives him a double rock bottom through the table. That's one of my personal favorite spots of all time. I love that spot to death. This match was a barn burner. They burnt that fucking house down with that match. And it had one of the biggest pops ever when Stone Cold Steve Austin, his music hits. You see Vince's like shocked face, and he comes running down. Bro, Backlash 2000, come on now. You had to put this on. This is my first. When we're talking bell to bell, you're talking the bell to this match. You're talking bell to bell, in-ring work, and the moment of the night when Stone Cold comes out and The Rock wins the WWF title. Yeah, this is making my list. There was no way in hell this was going to make my list. The next match we're going to talk about is The Rock versus Hulk Hogan, WrestleMania 18. First off, you want to talk about the draw. You want to talk about the money. And you want to talk about one of the most epic WrestleMania moments of all time. You can't not talk about The Rock and Hulk Hogan. This shit was epic. I know we're celebrating 40 years of Hulkamania this year. I know a lot of people feel some way about Hulk Hogan. Clearly I understand. But bro, we're not in the business of erasing people's history. Hulk Hogan is literally the biggest draw. One of the biggest draws ever. I don't have a YouTube channel. John Cena never becomes John Cena. CM Punk never becomes CM Punk. A lot of these people never become who they truly are without Hulk Hogan. He is the money. He is the dollar. He is the cents. He drew and took wrestling to another level, especially in the WWE and hell, in the WCW as well. The reason why we still watch wrestling today also has to deal with the part of Hulk Hogan. It is what it is. It's history. We may not like it. We may not like him, the Hulk Hogan, Terry Bollea, the person. But history is history, and if we're going to keep it a stack, we're going to keep it a stack. It is what it is. And this matchup, oh man, did it slap. Because yes, first off, one of the funniest things ever to me is when they brought the NWO back, and Vince McMahon give that nasty ass, I'm going to kill it. I'm going to kill my own creation with poison, with the NWO. It's one of the funniest promos I have ever seen. That shit has me dying laughing. So then you got Hulk Hogan, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash come back. Really kind of you know, Scott Hall really was kind of over his years in the ring, but then you get to this point where Hulk Hogan comes out on Raw, does his promo, and the promo was so fire. Was Hulk Hogan gave this promo as a heel, and it was absolutely fire. And The Rock comes out, and they have their speech, and then they call the shot. Do you want to? He's like, you're talking about going one-on-one with this person and that person, but how about you go one-on-one with the great one? That shit was fire. The build-up to the match was great because Stone Cold was fighting Scott Hall at WrestleMania 18. And then you get to the match in Toronto. They booed the fuck out of The Rock because of how fanatics they were of Hulk Hogan. You never really seen a person change in the middle of the main event. And it was absolutely perfect. When Hulk Hogan kicked out, I believe it was a rock bottom. When Hulk Hogan kicked out of the rock bottom, and how hype, and he started hulking up, and the crowd went nuts. Come on, bro. When you talk about money, when you talk about draw, when you talk about build, when you talk about hype, you got to put this in there. No way in hell this is out of your top 3 of your favorite Rock matches of all time. Rock Hogan for sure. Number 1, I think it's obvious. We all know this is the answer. It's The Rock versus Stone Cold, WrestleMania 17. WrestleMania 17 is pretty much known as the greatest WrestleMania of all time to some. I don't know about me, but to some, it's known as the greatest WrestleMania of all time. And this match literally is 1A and 1B, the reason why it's known as the greatest WrestleMania of all time. This match slapped. It's the greatest WrestleMania main event of all time. This shit rocked. And no matter what era you're talking about, you can still watch this match and be like, yo, this match is incredible. They fought bell to bell. They kicked ass. But they had a good match at WrestleMania 15, but that shit blew it out the water. When you're talking about not only the promos between the two, how bad they both were at their very best in their primes, and how bad they both really wanted to be champion and be the top guy in one of the most poppin' eras of wrestling ever. And then you get that promo package with Limp Bizkit My Way through the background. Bro, talk about the hunger and everything that included everything that needed this match to be. It was perfect. Perfect. And when Stone Cold beat The Rock, Stone Cold gave The Rock everything he had. And he couldn't, stunner after stunner after stunner, The Rock was bleeding. He could not put The Rock down. So Stone Cold had to do what he had to do. He sided with the devil, Vince McMahon, and Stone Cold beat the shit out of The Rock with that chair. Chair shot after chair shot after chair shot after chair shot. Because The Rock wouldn't quit. And Stone Cold loses his mind and pins him 1, 2, 3. We wouldn't even see The Rock after that, because until the invasion story picks up, then we would run back into him. This match was incredible. I don't care that Stone Cold shouldn't have turned heel at the end with this man and shake hands and hug and the devil. I don't care about that. But when you talk about WrestleMania, the most epic WrestleMania moment and match and main event of all time, there's no way Stone Cold versus The Rock at WrestleMania 17 would not be number 1 on my list. So that's how I'm calling it. Let me know how you guys are calling it in the comments. What are your favorite 5 Rock matches of all time? And let me know, guys, who do you want me to talk about for their top 5 matches of all time? Is it Triple H? Is it CM Punk? It could be Kenny Omega for all I give a shit. It could be MJF for all I care. Could it be Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns? Let me know, man. I'll make a video on it. Let me know who you guys want me to talk about for their top 5 best matches of all time. And I duck no smoke, please. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. We are on the road to 1,000 subs. We are so close. We are almost there. Share the video. Tell a friend. vibe with me. Join the Forever Gang. Thank you guys. Love you. Appreciate you. It's been your boy D. Until forever finds you.